Topians. I'm about to expose the exact school habits that raised my grades faster than my stress levels during finals week. And trust me, that's saying something. Stay with me, because the last habit, that one turned me into that student. Welcome back to Kimi, topia, the soft, safe corner of the internet where we glow up academically without losing our sanity. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome to the Topian universe. If you're not new, you already know the vibes. Today we're talking about the school habits that raised my grades fast, like noticeably fast. And before you think this is about studying 10 hours a day, absolutely not. I like my sleep. I like my peace. I like my snacks. Let's get into it. Habit 1, the 10-minute reset rule. So this one sounds tiny, but it changed everything. Every day before I start homework, I do a 10-minute reset. Not a deep clean, not a Pinterest-level transformation. Just clearing my desk, closing random tabs, putting my water bottle somewhere that makes sense, and opening the one notebook I actually need. It's like telling your brain, hey bestie, we're entering focus mode now. And speaking of focus mode, the next habit is the one that stopped me from procrastinating for 3 business days straight. Habit 2, the start ugly method. Topians. Perfectionism was ruining my grades. I used to wait until I felt ready to start an assignment. Spoiler, I was never ready, so I started using the start ugly method. It means just start. Messy, chaotic, unhinged even. Write the worst intro paragraph known to mankind. Make the ugliest bullet points ever created. Because once you start ugly, you can fix it. But you can't fix a blank page. My first drafts look like they were written by a sleep-deprived cat. And yet, A's were still A'ing. But starting is only half the battle. The next habit is what helped me remember what I studied. Habit 3, the teach it back. Trick. This one is so powerful it feels illegal. After studying something, I pretend I have to teach it to someone. A friend, a sibling, my houseplant, the wall, doesn't matter. If I can explain it simply, I understand it. If I can't explain it, back to the notes we go. My plant is basically a straight A student at this point. But even with good studying, there's one habit that made my grades jump the fastest. And it has nothing to do with studying. Habit 4, the night before. Ritual. This habit saved my mornings and my grades. Every night I spend 5 minutes doing 3 things. 1, pack my bag. 2, lay out my outfit. 3, check tomorrow's to-do list. That's it. But the effect? I walk into school feeling like a calm, organized main character instead of a confused NPC. Past me used to wake up like, what class do I even have today? Now I wake up like, let's do this. But the next habit, this is the one that made teachers look at me like, oh, she's serious. Habit 5, the ask early rule. I used to wait until I was drowning in confusion before asking for help. Now, if something doesn't make sense, I ask early. Not in a, hi, I'm lost, please save me way. More like, hey, I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Is this the right approach? Teachers love this. It shows effort, it shows initiative, it shows you're not waiting until the last minute to panic. Also, asking early means you avoid that 11:59 p.m. crisis. We don't do that anymore. We're Topians. And now, the habit that changed my grades the fastest. Like, fast. Habit 6, the micro-consistency mindset. This is the habit that turned everything around. It's called micro-consistency, doing tiny bits of work consistently instead of giant chunks randomly. 5 minutes reviewing notes, 10 minutes reading ahead, a quick vocab review while waiting for food. These tiny moments add up. They build momentum. They make school feel lighter. Small effort, big energy. Topians. That's the motto. This is the part you'll want to come back to when you're feeling behind, because micro-consistency is how you catch up and stay ahead. So those are the school habits that raised my grades fast, not by working harder, but by working smarter and softer. Remember, reset your space. Start ugly, teach it back. Prep the night before. Ask early, stay micro-consistent. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up, even in small ways. If this video helped you Topians, you already know. No pressure, but a like, comment, or subscribe helps our little island grow. And tell me in the comments, which habit are you starting today? Until next time, stay soft, stay focused, and stay Topian.